welcome back to another Straight Smoke Gaming video. This is the video that I have been promising for the last 3 or 4 or 5 days, somewhere in there, where I'm going to break down what I do for a high-level grinder and what they're thinking and what my particular strategy is and to make the most amount of money in any GTA session I get into. As you can see here, I spawned into my nightclub by accident. This was not on purpose. I normally spawn into my arcade, but I did put myself at my nightclub due to the session before. I screwed up a nightclub sale. So I was trying to sell my nightclub goods and I got my big ass semi stuck, and so I had to power button. So as you can see, my South American imports was full. Now it's a little under halfway, unfortunately, as the penalty that I take for hitting the old power button to save my money. As you see, I mean, it was a big sale, and I was not gonna only do 4 out of the 5 drops on that sale. I made sure I'm getting all 5 drops in. I wasn't gonna be satisfied with only getting 4 out of the 5. It is always, I always sell my nightclub when it's at least 1.1 million. That's a little tip I got from a famous YouTuber, The Professional. I'm sure anyone that's watching GTA videos on YouTube knows who The Professional is, but he tells you to wait till you're at least 1.1 million to sell your nightclub goods, so that Tony Prince's cut it's capped at 100,000. So I always do that. And here I make my way. As you can see in the last clip there, I check the map. I see how many people are in my lobby. I kind of want to get the feel whether this session is toxic or not. If it's a non-toxic session, I will promote my nightclub in that lobby just to get a feel. If I get grief for running my nightclub, no big deal. But if it is toxic, I'll just test and type it right away. Here I made my way over to the arcade so I can show you what I do. You get on that master control terminal, and there you can buy your supplies, get yourself ready for the session. Here I went over there. I'm going to promote my nightclub. Before I do that, because of how many people, this was a fairly decent lobby, so I decided that I'm going to test and type it. I was hoping that the Xbox would record me actually bring up the test and type, but it's only recording the gameplay, so it did. You see, I go outside. I always try to make sure you see a business battle going on. That doesn't matter as much, but I want to make sure that there's no VIP work going on. And the only true way to know if there's VIP work going on is to step outside. You can do it from the inside, but you're taking a risk. The drop-down menu that shows all the players in your lobby, it does not, as you hear the sound cut out there, that was me starting to do the test nat type right there. So there, I run the test nat type, and let's see if it shows my drop-down menu to show. No. But anyway, that is where I did it. And then I test nat typed, I went back into the arcade, I promoted my nightclub. Here's the very end of me promoting my nightclub. And this is what I do at the beginning. Anytime I get on, first thing I do is promote my nightclub. I want that bar to be full. I want the popularity bar full. I want to pull in the 10 grand every 48 minutes. And then it drops down to 9 grand, I believe. Here you can see. I double check to make sure it's full. It's good. Now, I catch a lot of grief from a lot of guys in my crew because of how much money I have, and I still do this. I still do it, and I don't do it every 48 minutes, but I do it at least once every 2 hours. There are times where I don't do it, but I still do this. I still sell a car at the Los Santos custom shops. I do. It's one of the ways you can make money without even being registered as anything. Here, I stayed registered as a CEO. just because I normally promote my nightclub and do any bunker buying supplies normally as a CEO. I bought bunker supplies earlier in the video, as you seen in a clip, because my bunker was getting close to being sold. As you see me on that master control terminal, all my businesses were approaching getting full product. The bunker was the closest, so I made sure to buy those supplies first, because that will end up being the first business that I end up selling while I was on GTA Online yesterday. These clips are all from yesterday, and I played even a lot more than I normally play yesterday. I was on this game a ton yesterday. I normally average at least 6 hours a day on GTA Online. I'm going to say there's many times it's way over that. And yesterday it was, I want to say I was playing 9 to 10, maybe 10 and a half hours yesterday. Not all of it me being on and doing something, you know, there were times I was away. And but anyway, that's, you know, that's how you got to kill time for your supplies to turn into product. As you can see here, I purposely, there was a closer loss there. The supplies showed up for the bunker, so I'm happy with that. Here I'm searching for a car. I like to not grab a car for less than $5,000. I think if I'm going to go through this trouble of selling a car, it better be at least $5,000. So that's what there was such a delay there. I'm looking for a decent car to sell, and I finally found one. And the reason I went to this custom shop instead of the one closest to my nightclub is because I'm headed straight back to the arcade right after I sell this car. And just like that, easy money, car sold. Now back to the arcade. And here is where, pretty sure, you can see I retire as a CEO, because now I'm going to be focusing on my biker businesses. And I will be buying supplies for my biker businesses. You see the supplies are at the bunker, ready to go. Most biker businesses all needed supplies. Now my strategy here is I will buy supplies for all but one business. I normally do a manual resupply with stealing supplies. For one of the businesses, it's normally I normally steal supplies for the forged document business, just because that business is so weak when it comes to actually making money. In this session, I purposely chose, I could not, you know, I was not going to resupply the forged docs, just because that was the first business that was already ready to sell. So instead I just spent, I believe, 30,000, yeah, on their supplies. And then I choose to actually do a resupply run for the weed business. And I always buy my supplies first, and then you do, if you choose to do a manual resupply with stealing supplies, you always do that last. You know, buy your supplies first. Normally, by the time, depending on how tough the resupply mission is, all your businesses, with having an arcade, the master control terminal, all your supplies you'll show up. You'll get text messages, boom, 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 after one resupply, sometimes two resupplies, and enough time has passed that all your supplies show up all at once. So that's my approach there. Now that I'm getting all my businesses are getting their supplies. Now my next approach is, okay, it's time to get my daily spin at the casino. You know, go get your visitor bonus, get your daily spin at the casino. That's easy money. I mean, you should be making sure you get that every time. Okay, and now I believe I check out what is my objectives, or I might have checked my objectives beforehand. But the objectives yesterday were all really easy. And here you can see I'm going to do the one that everyone had, the top one, play a game of darts. You can see I already did the club management, I think, promoting the nightclub. That got checked as I promoted my nightclub. Here I run over a sucker and I make sure I grab that cash. Here I'm going to go play a game of darts. Real easy objective. I actually including the film of me playing darts just so that I have more time to discuss my approach and how I go about things. And from what I remember, I start really bad, but then I do catch fire here and I get a double bull about midway through the game. But yeah, you want to do your objectives, especially if you're in need of money. Here, the old dart glitch, Big Hoss, Straight Boss Big Hoss was in my lobby at this point. And anytime, does anyone else get that when you go to play a game of darts and when you actually go to do the darts, it'll show another character's body in your place? That is really weird, but it's always done that for me since the beginning. So here I am playing a game of 301, and there's my double bull, which I was quite proud to hit, and then it's all downhill from there. As you'll see how many rounds it takes me to finish this up. I'm a much better dart player in real life, and my crew members can attest to that. But so yeah, you make sure you get your objectives like I talked about in another video, the best money making schemes for beginners. You want to hit your objectives. It's easy money. It's $30,000 and it's 5,000 RP if you do it daily, and there's more bonuses lined up if you do it consecutive days, 7 days in a row. And then if you do it all month, you get a huge thing of money from what I hear. I don't do mine every day, and I don't fret about it if I miss a day, or if there's some day where there's a doomsday prep heist or a doomsday setup. That does not normally get done. But yeah, if it's a fun, easy objective, sure, why not do it? It's easy money. So I'm all about easy money, as most people should be. So I do this, complete this objective here. Now I need to go back and I need to, I believe that what I do next is I sell my nightclub goods. Because I wanted to get those sold so that, because I knew I was going to be on for a while, and I want my nightclub to start rebuilding the goods. You see here at this point, all my businesses have all those supplies that I bought a little bit ago. They're all producing, they're nearing being ready to be sold. And here I'm going to go ahead and sell those nightclub goods. I'm going to get up for a profit of 1.165 million. You can't bat an eyelash at that. I mean, it's decent money there. That's what I love about nightclub, is it's easy, very passive money making scheme. One of the better ones. So there we go. Nightclub goods sold. Now I can start making more nightclub goods in my long session. Now everything's making product. What I do now to kill time is I will offer help to other crew members. Here I'm helping Jake Cutler Pick 6 doing a prep heist mission, and this is you help out on heist preps and you'll end up being included in the heist. So that's more money that I will make further down the road. Now after you're done helping a friend or a crew member, what have you, what else can you do? Well, CEO work is, whether it's VIP work, whether, as you can see, I'm here in my office running vehicle cargo, or whether you do CEO crates, the special cargo. That is ways to make money while you're letting your MC businesses produce product. So whether it's VIP work, anything CEO related, what I like about the CEO stuff is I don't have to depend on anyone helping me so much. This is solo type stuff. So you can do CEO stuff while your business are making supplies and being waiting for them to be sold. And another thing you could do is you could obviously do the double or triple money and RP event for the week that Rockstar dishes out. This week was Motor Wars, which I played 2 days ago with some of my crew, and we made really good money. The triple money for Motor Wars. If you end up winning, and it goes at least 3 rounds, and you end up winning, you're pulling in $100,000 if you win. And even if you lose, you're still making like $50,000. It's crazy the amount of money you can make on that. So that's another thing you could do to kill time. You know, do the triple money and the triple RP stuff, jobs. And here we go. Here's the end of the. I apologize for the length of this video, but it did take a while. Here, my dumbass got my truck stuck on a tree. I should have trimmed this clip a little bit deeper into the clip, so that didn't get included. But here I'm selling my bunker. That was the first business that was ready. I'm selling my bunker, and this is another $1 million that I'm pulling in. Not $1 million profit, but $1 million coming in. So, and that about wraps it up. Later on, I'm going to sell. My third objective was to sell Coke. I sell my Coke later on in the day. I don't include that clip just because I got enough of me selling MC businesses on this channel, so I didn't bother to include that. But that about wraps it up for this video, and that's my approach, and that's my routine that I do for a grinder. Notice I didn't include any PvP battle, and I shy away from PvP because I'm really not that good. My crew is not really that spectacular PvP, so we have fun in our own lobbies. Once in a while we dick around and do PvP against each other. Me and Orb Smoke like to do that. And I am 3-0 on him so far. 3-0. Have to get that in there. That's just for you, Wildcat. Alright, check back. We're going to have more videos. Me and Straight Boss Big Hoss are going to be doing the top 5 motorcycles for under 300,000. And that clip should be up by Friday. And we got other videos coming up lined up. A lot of ideas rolling around. I know we're doing the motorcycle, top 3 motorcycles on the cheap, under 300,000. And that video will probably be the next video up, unless Orb Smoke does a Madden video in between then. But anyway, thanks for your guys' time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and like and sub, please.